What's he gonna end it with? Dennis is gonna go with some big 900. Oh
my God.
Dennis. See you here?
No, he's not.
No.
He's snoring.
Where's Kevin?
Alright everyone, give Dennis a round of applause. BMX vert riding is gnarly and there's none gnarlier than Mr. Dennis McCoy.
I got some crap. Oh, thank you.
There you go. Okay. Pretty lame though.
What's your opinion on the state of vert riding? Is it
It's dying and it sucks and it. No,
that's not how you really feel.
You know, I mean, yeah, vert's gnarly, vert's difficult, vert's dangerous, but I love it because it's like made me who I am, and so. I mean, it doesn't really matter the state of vert. It's been all up and down my whole life, and the state of vert is always the ultimate high in expression I'll ever have in my life. So I just will keep carrying on, hoping to share that experience with others. And those that want it, they want it, and they're lucky. Those that don't, they're lucky too, because hopefully they find something else. But this is, for all it's worth, the best thing ever made in the entire galaxy, I'm sure.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but
How do you
click it? Like, that's like the shittiest one I've ever done.
how do you
You can slay to this, and you can scream and make some noise to this legend right here on the ramp that's done so much for our sport. Give it up for the one and only Mr. Mat Hoffman, the Condor! Oh! And the Nazi, and the vert ramp! Here we go. Bring it, baby, bring it. Oh, no-hander! Back to back, Matt on the ramp. Love your style, always have. No hand, 1-footer. I don't think Matt got any practice today. He just rolled in and said, I'm going for it. Can't look back. 15 seconds, Matt. 15 seconds. 540, no-hander. What? Oh, he's okay. Make some noise for the winner, only Mat Hoffman. All right, the judges are ready. Whenever Tucker's ready, make some noise.
I didn't either. That's what the call started from.
Hey, what? Oh! See what he set up for? Toe whip bubblet! I can relate to that trick! You did it better than I did! 5 points! Killing it! Oh yeah, X down 1-footer, working both ramps, both sides.
Is it doing well? Is it doing bad? Is it alive? Is it thriving?
I think it's always how it always has been. Like, there's always just been those dudes that are always gonna ride vert. So it just seems like it's kind of always been like that. Like kind of like Flatland, you know, like there's so many dudes that do it, but you just never really hear about it until like all of a sudden they come out of nowhere and you're just like, dude, that's sick. So I don't know.
You gonna do a no-footed switch-hander?
If you want me to. No, I probably will anyway.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's like one of my go-to, like it's like a one-hander for me.
Let's step it up for the second run. What is love, Koji? What is love? It's a bicycle and a vert ramp. 1 hand, 1-footer, stretch. X down. Oh, X down, 1-footer, downside. Sweet. Toe whip. Butter. Smooth. Superman seat grab, back to back. Throwing it down. Alley-oop, 1-hander, nose dive. Flare, turn down. Wow, some leg tricks. Nose pit. One of the few guys, I think the only guy I've ever seen do a downside kick, besides probably Mat Hoffman. Here we go right here. Oh yeah, rock the bar spin it. Footer. Throwing in those variations with a double toe whip. Oh! Check it out. Oh yeah! Oh, it's probably the highest hill I've seen on this ramp today. Alley-oop, 1-handed nose dive. Throwing. Throwing it down. X up. Frozen in style. Can. And on toe whip. You got it. For 5 seconds. And that's split. Time for power lift up. Work rocking it. Big Whoa, dude, make some noise.
He got away from that really good.
That was gnarly from this view too.
Is Vert thriving still? Is Vert you know, more alive than ever, more dead than ever? What's
it's thriving for me. That's all that matters.
Next up, Paul Beecher.
It's something like, if you ride Vert, then you know. And that's all that matters, that it's for you, and it really doesn't matter if anyone else does it but you.
Vert riding's always been what it is. There's a handful of people that are like dedicated into it. There's a crap load of people that could do it if they had more access to ramps and, you know, viewed it a little differently. But with like deep concrete bowls and stuff that you can do a lot of vert tricks on, it almost kind of blurs the lines a little. People are doing vert riding in bowls. It's just a matter of whether they're at a half pipe entering a contest. But yeah, vert's the thing that you can just count on always being there, whether it's huge or, you know, small in comparison to other disciplines. Really doesn't matter because it kicks ass.
What? DMC and Spider, let's go!
Yeah.
Oh! That's awesome. DMC in the house, can, what? Doing it for Haro Bikes invert. Check it out, what you got? Bar spin buzz. Oh, smooth! Yeah, DMC throwing it down with the flare. Dennis is on the go with some big 900. Oh my God. Come on, D. You got it, buddy.
You think Dennis is going to try and ride his third run?
You're not convincing me this time.
Third round, was that my second?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, give Dennis a round of applause. BMX vert riding is gnarly, and there's none gnarlier than Mr. Dennis McCoy. Good to see you on your feet, Dennis. I'm surprised you got past 720 on that one, not gonna lie.
Laugh runs are coming up.
Simon.
I'm sorry, come on. I'm allowed to speak this way.
Yeah, because you're injured.
Come on.
This guy.
All right, let's.
It's not dead. It's definitely not dead. It's definitely not as alive as it was 10 years ago. I think this year we took a lot of heavy hits in the vert scene. Like, we lost NAS vert contest. I think their really nice vert ramp in England is being torn down. And then we also lost 2 spots for vert riders in the X Games. So this year was kind of rough. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard because I know there's a lot of riders who want to ride vert, but without events, they're not super motivated. Mm-hmm. And I was even the same way for a long time. So it's hard to say. It's not dead, but we're hanging in there. I hope it doesn't go anywhere because I'm like really getting into it and just falling in love with riding vert. So hopefully it doesn't go anywhere.
Cool.
I've always been fascinated with just flying, you know, on a bike. I want to go, or on anything. I want to go fast. I want to catch air, you know, and what better place to do that than on a vert ramp? It feels a lot like trails once you get over the initial fear factor of riding it. You know, it's just flowy. You know, it's smooth, and you can go high and catch a lot of air. You know, anyone who knows my riding style, I like big jumps. You know, mega ramp, vert, big dirt jumps. That's why I like it.
Cool. How many 540s do you think Dennis McCoy has done his entire life?
In his life? I don't know. That's a lot of 540s. Hundreds. Thousands for sure.
Here we go. Pumping it, getting some air, tire grab. Back to back to back with the can. Tail whip, smooth, nosedive. X up. That's what he's got right here. No hander, 15 seconds, Alex. Double whip. What? From out of nowhere, destroying it. X up, let's see what he's setting up for right here. X down, 1-footer opposite to a flare. Oh! To an opposite flare. Oh! I told you, dude, the long hair shred. I used to shred but went bald. It happens.
Yeah, Alex.
I used to shred, but I went bald. That's the quote of the day.
I'm riding it every day, which is fun. So the state's stoked. I'm stoked on it, man. I think it's alive and well for me. As far as other people riding in different places, like Matt's always riding. as far as guys in the States, like I see Zach Newman's always riding, Jamie's always riding, Coco's always riding. So I see a lot of content, you know, being put out there. But I don't know, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if there's more vert ramps. That'd be really sick. But there's not too many, so you gotta kind of trek to them if you're not, you know, within a reasonable distance, and you gotta really want it. So so I'm grateful that I live so close to this ramp, and it's definitely been a huge privilege. So alive and well, man.
Does riding vert help you in other aspects, or do you have to ride that other stuff before you ride vert?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I think it does. I think riding vert does help with other aspects of BMX. For me, say big air. Vert's everything for me. You know, and I think that riding that quarter pipe is a little more accessible by riding vert so much. The dynamics are the same. It's just a bigger quarter pipe, like much bigger quarter pipe. But it's crazy. And I'll ride this, and then, you know, say as far as, you know, riding like, you know, bowls and skate parks like that, dude, like those transitions aren't as crazy just because you're riding a 14-foot ramp, and then you go to ride like a deep end of a bowl, and it's not as you know, not as intimidating. Still got to respect it because it'll bite back, but just a different dynamic, man. It's sick. So I feel like I could ride a curb and be stoked, and that'll help something, you know. And then same with the vert ramp, something else. So it's dope, man. Cool. BMX is tight. Cool.
Here we go. Opposite. No Put your fucking hands up. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Alley-oop downside. Killing the rap, dude. Whizzer. Cherokee Whizzer. Downside double. And that's time for my co-Larkin. Oh, here we go. Let's keep those movements now. Cherokee Whizzer. Topside crank-in. One-hander on the back. Downside tailwhip. Right. Smooth style. Speed. No hander. Yeah, play, baby. Yeah. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Alley-oop. Downside toe whip. Toboggan. I love it. I love it. I love it. Check out the speed. Check out the style. Oh! Touchdown for Michael Ryan. What the hell? Just see what he's setting up for. Oh, nice! That might have been the biggest error I've seen. Here we go. Straight up, down, not playing down. That was hand 1 foot, lazy air, looks dope. Toe whip, boom, smooth as butter. Oh yeah, knackaroo. X-cap, arm of the ramp. And a flare whip. Turn down, one. To opposite player, one. That time. Give it up for Coco Zarita. Unfortunately, the last 2 players were after your time, so we can't count those, but... No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding! Give it up for all the riders today. They all killed it. They're all rad. They're all doing their thing. Thanks a lot for watching BMX, supporting BMX. Give it up one more time for the real McCoy, Dennis McCoy. Took a slam, but he'll be back.
For me, I believe the state of vert riding at this current time is a strange one. On the one hand, it's on the level of Jamie Beswick and Vince Byron, it's so incredibly elite that I think it's really prohibitive to everybody, the size of the ramps, all of these. However, it exists. It exists like rock and roll did when rock and roll died, when punk rock emerged. And to me, like, I don't really worry. It's not the most popular thing, it's not the mainstream thing. It probably never should be. But I do love where it's at. I'm interested, like Vans has a smaller, a 10-foot tall vert ramp. I think that's a good way, a good idea. There's lots of ways in. People want to come and learn to ride vert. I mean, it's kind of a gnarly commitment, so I'm not sure it's ever going to be super popular. Right now, BMXs are in other places, and that's kind of great. But for me, my heart rests on this ramp, and as long as there's one of us still riding, it's not dead, and it will never be dead.
Perfect. You're so eloquent.
What
about just from something from the Dennis standpoint, where it's like
okay,
it's like you just have to be like a straight up like gladiator.
I have a plan. I set up there. Well, I think as far as like the gladiator element, like seeing Dennis McCoy get knocked out today, to me, I have to wonder how long Dennis and me and Jamie want to keep doing this. You know. I'm not riding today because I've destroyed my leg. I've just had major reconstructive surgery, and it's like I kind of feel like I just love riding BMX, and we do this to ourselves. Even injured today, I felt good yesterday and was wondering if I could ride today. I don't know why we do this. Maybe it's time for us to stop. Maybe we should have like a masters class so as all the guys can move to one side. I'm starting to think that's a really good idea. That's an idea I've had today. So maybe Dennis and Jamie and I and the guys in our 40s, we can go and do a different kind of thing and let these young guns come through, because I saw rippers today. You know, there's guys like Brian Hunt, like he didn't feel good today, but he's ripping right now. Alex Landeros. There's a ton of people who I know are amazing vert riders. Pat Casey, Dennis Anderson, they're incredible, but right now there's no interest. So who knows? Maybe it's just time for a changing of the guard.
Cool. Thank you, sir.
Awesome, guys. Thanks so much for coming out, making this such a rad event, and supporting BMX to the core. Thanks to all the legends that came out, and all the other rad people that are rewriting the books of our sport. Thanks so much. Much love. Till next time. Peace.
Yeah, Cody.
Alex. Man, it, boy.
Hop in your mess. Get a photo, boys.
Yeah, boys. Woo! Long live Vert.
You.
There you go. Vert's not dead. We're on life support.
1986, I loaned you $10. it was the AFA Masters, Tulsa, $10. Like with interest, like we call it 2,500. You okay?
I got it in my wallet. Oh.